What's up everyone, Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Some of you guys know I've been gone for an extended weekend, but coming back to the rescue, looking at certain fish around, and I just gotta say, I'm actually surprised, and it's quite surprising that a person can be surprised at their own fish, but I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So first off, we're gonna start with this 1,000-gallon here. You guys can tell the water looks clean, but looking at certain fish, like this red motag right here, is all fired up, colors looking fantastic. So this also means it's a sign of a happy tank. This little gold psalm green terror, whatever you want to call him, he's already starting to get his top coloration back on the fins. Where's he at? This Oscar right here, this is the most colorful I've probably ever seen him, the most confident. You can see how his top fins stick up. He's just kind of showing out right now. This is an absolute stunner. Beautiful Oscar. And I just walk in and I'm like, holy crap, that's a beautiful fish. Now over here you guys can see the other green terror, but this one here was the one I was talking about. He's starting to get his color back, looking great. That tigrinus down there is definitely packed on some weight. I can tell my dad overfed everyone here. First and foremost, this little arapaima, he's pretty fat, but he's still got that swimming issue, of course. But one person I'm super surprised at, he's right down here, but I just walked in and I said, holy crap. I knew he was going to be a lot bigger, but I didn't think he was going to be this big. There's a nice look at Thanos, the flower horn cichlid. He's still doing great. But look at this guy over here. You guys can't tell much of a difference probably on camera, but I can. He's probably grown about a ½ inch in length. His side hands have probably grown by about a ¼ inch. His rear legs are developed even more, probably grew about a ¼ inch as well. And he's about twice as thick as he was before I left. This little Australian lungfish is having some insane growth on him. I've never grown one of these guys out from a baby, so this is definitely a neat experience. But this is Lone Star, our Australian lungfish. Of course, it came from Lone Star Rare Exotic Fish Co. He donated it to us, and this guy has been loved here ever since. He's super awesome. He eats a lot, but I think he's definitely due for an upgrade here soon. Maybe in a week or two or so when I come back from Vegas. But man, am I impressed at how fast this little lungfish is actually growing. It is surprising to me. While we're over here, I'll give you guys another look at the little albino African clawed frog. He's doing well in here in his tank. He does not escape because we've got lids on it. These guys are super escape artists, so you have to make sure you've got every little piece of the tank buttoned up, so these guys cannot escape. But he's definitely cool. Might try and put him in with Larry the Lobster. I don't know yet. I'll have to do some research on that to even see if they're compatible, but that would be pretty neat. I just wanted to give you guys a little check-in on this guy because I thought his growth rate and the amount he's grown in, what, 5 days I've been gone, is just insane. Now that is some dirt on his back. That is nothing wrong with him, for those of you probably going to ask something, but he definitely toughs up the dirt and it sticks to his slime coat. So it's always a nice sign to come back from a mini vacation. There's no problems, and the fish are looking fantastic. Here goes baby Brutus, or Brutus Jr. that this is. Here we go. He's looking good. He's nice and fat. Ooh, watch it, buddy. He is a feisty arapaima. He's only about 30 inches long, and he scares me more than the 5.5-foot arapaima out there in the pool. But definitely happy to see these tanks doing so well. Look at that feste. The amount that these fish have colored up in the last few days is just insane. I know he didn't change no lighting because we have the beams works on here. So these guys are just feeling comfortable in their home. Everyone's nice and active, looking beautiful. Look at the red on his side fins and the bottom fin. I'm still waiting on him to color up a bunch. I don't know if he ever will, but he's a red-tailed giant gourami. Even these guys over here are looking pretty spectacular. This guy here, I can tell, ate a crap load. I've never seen his belly so full, but that is a good sign. Happy sign. Now, one more thing that I noticed coming back from vacation. Where's he at? This guy right here is getting absolutely massive. So these are a black pacu or a tambiki, and they can get up to 100 pounds or so. They're supposed to be the world's largest pacu, and I think he's going to pass Betty here soon. He's just getting absolutely massive. That bass is looking nice. You can see spangles there, but he's a little bit washed out, but man, he's a pretty bass. And I also come out here and I see that we have the lights on in the pool. You guys get some nighttime looks at the monster pond. You see the silhouettes of the gars. There's a lot of cichlids out down bottom. Brutus is cruising around. But there are a few guys inside the fish room that I actually want to bring out here soon. So I have a few days before I go to Vegas for my brother's birthday that I want to go ahead and get some work done here. There's a few fish that are starting to outgrow their tanks, and I'm getting a little bit worried about them. This guy right here is getting absolutely massive. He's probably 22 to 24 inches, and his streamer is just fantastically long. I know that's not really a very nice descriptive word, but look at that sucker. It's about 8-9 inches long or so. That is a super nice streamer, so I don't want to move him, but I do think he deserves a larger tank. And some of these rays are starting to get big, but one in particular, if we come over here to this 2,200 gallon tank, you know there are some big fish in here, but this albino iridescent shark here is starting to get way too big for this 2,200. And I came out a day or so before I left, and he actually hit the side of the tank, and he kind of knocked himself out a little bit. So I know that I have to move him pretty soon, probably going to the 4,400 back there, and then out to the monster pond. There is a huge iridescent in here that we can probably phase out to the monster pond. He's starting to get big. And then put this guy in the 4,400, give everyone a tank upgrade. And maybe while we're at it, we might add in the albino gars, but who knows? That's still a decision that we'd have to come to when we cross that path. All right, so as well as giving you updates on things that I thought have grown substantially while I was gone for just a few days, I did notice we got a Matoro stingray in. This is a male. Well, I knew it was cut coming, but I have not seen it yet. I knew in the messages that someone was dropping it off, but it's nice to see that he's doing well. My dad put him in this 125. The bass we stuck in there is looking great too. I don't know if he ate while I was gone, but I know he did not eat before I left. The Dorado is all healed up. I know him and the bass got into it the first night we put him in there. And I'm also not sure if the Planiceps has ate or not. My dad's inside taking care of my mom, so I'm not going to bother him right now. But I did notice one other new arrival, which is down here. There is a bala shark in this bottom 75 down here. And then of course, there is a bunch of fish in this 550, which I'm actually filling this back up because I noticed it was low. But oh, there's some red devils, some pacus, a bunch of catfish. They are just crawling on top of each other. Marble cats, red tails. There's some weird ones in there, which I don't know if my dad filmed yet or if he let the cat out of the bag on those. So I'm just going to leave them back there and we'll surprise you with them another time after I talk to my dad, of course. But look at this guy. He's actually out cruising the tank. This is kind of odd for him because he hides all the time. So I think my dad must have just did a water change on him and he's feeling great about his tank. I do see that the bottom was clean, so I do think my dad did some water changes out here, which is kind of fantastic. Less work that I have to do. But look at him. Beautiful Abba night. If you guys love night fish and ever get the chance to own one, they are truly magnificent creatures. Look at that fin. It's beautiful. Alright guys, so I just spent the last 5 days or so out in the woods at a music festival, had a blast, but there's also a lot of work that still needs to be done around here. I've been promising you guys that I would get certain things set up around here, hint hint, cough cough, wink wink, but I've got just a few short days to get a bunch of work done. We've still got some fish that we have to move out of quarantine. So there's some discus over there we're going to add into the colony. We've got the native fish we're going to go ahead and put in their tank behind the monster pond. I've got my tiger fish. I want to go ahead and upgrade them to a larger tank, maybe this 125. I could put some of these into the 1,000-gallon back there. And I think it would work out for everyone. That would open up some quarantine tanks. There's a bunch of fish that I can get rid of. There's these African cichlids right here that I can go ahead and add into the African cichlid tank. But you know what? There's always stuff to be done around here. I just wanted to give you guys a little update because it was the first time I've seen the fish room in a few days. And I noticed some major differences. So I don't know if you guys are paying attention on the camera, able to tell these things, but I just wanted to share my personal experience with you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friend.